In the city of dreams, India realized the seemingly impossible dream and they put themselves one win away from finding the Holy Grail. India are through to the Women's ODI World Cup 2025 final. Australia have fallen. Veda Krishnamurthy, the last time that happened in the ODI World Cup 2017, you were there. Explain to us, and I consider the emotion of
Yeah.
this time, just the magnitude of this moment.
I think it's huge because the way tournament went, I think people were trying to write the team off. There was a lot of negativity that was going around it. People were questioning a lot of things, and I think they've answered it, and they've answered it really well. To take down Australia in semi-final is not an easy task to do. You needed something special, and I think this team has done something extremely special, coming in a semi-final, a home semi-final, and DY Patil, I think, will be getting ready for that finals now.
Absolutely. The last time it happened, it needed the Herculean from Harman. This time, it took a gem from Jemmy. Barely 11 days ago, she didn't find a spot
Yeah,
in India's playing 11.
yeah.
She came out at number 3 in her first ever ODI World Cup knockout game against Australia, and she delivers this.
I'm
Thoughts?
glad actually, they lost that game against England. Had they won it, I'm only starting to wonder, like, would they have continued with the same 11? Because you always are pushing yourself only when you lose, because everything gets sidelined when you win, right? So I'm glad that India lost that game against England. That meant that, they had to fit in Jemimah, and the next time they did it, they put her at number 3. And even today, they weren't sure. It was not pre-decided that she will walk in at number 3. It was a last-minute decision just before she walked in, 5 minutes before she was told, "Hey, you're going number 3." So I think she's laid that conversation also to rest. I think she's owning that place now, and let her just bat peacefully, guys. No more confusion with the batting order.
Yeah, you see that knock, you see the sequence of events, and it just feels like something's preordained. As vital a hand from Harmanpreet Kaur herself, and that partnership, 167, the highest by anyone ever against Australia at a Women's World Cup, and that's where the game turned.
Yeah, I mean, incredible partnership, because after losing your openers, it's important that you kind of take that innings deep. That is what we say, especially when you're chasing, because when you're batting first, it's a different ball game altogether. But when you're chasing, you know how much you're chasing. So the task is to maintain the required run rate, and how well the Indians batted today, and that the highlight of that partnership was the running between the strike rotation that both of them had. By the end of the Indian innings, the dot balls from India was just 119 in comparison to Australia's 137. So it clearly shows that the middle phase, both the batters were busy. They were getting boundaries, they were rotating strike. There were times that, it was probably just 1 or 2 overs where Australians were able to keep them quiet, but they kept asking them questions and they kept answering back. I think that is so good to see. And by the end, I think 31 overs is where they got to 200.
Yeah.
And that is where you look at the numbers and, like, right, the stage is set. We are on course to
The,
win this.
the stage was set indeed, and yet when Harmanpreet Kaur falls, and the scars and the ghosts of recent matches from this World Cup, of matches from the past, they still linger. So we must also laud the efforts of India's numbers 5 to 7, because between them, Deepthi and Richa and Amanjot have also contributed 65 of just 41 balls.
Yeah, I think it is also the partnership, because when you have such a big partnership, the value of a smaller partnership kind of dies down. So I think it is important that India had that partnership. Of course, apart from the first wicket, I think there was minimum 30-40 runs that every pair scored. And you need that kind of an effort, and I will still, for those partnership, of course, the intent both Deepthi and Richa came out in, will give full credit to that. And in fact, even Amanjot, having that calm head. But also, you should credit Jemmy for the fact that she stayed till the end. The problem what was happening is there was always 2 new batters in the previous games where they faltered. So you needed one set batter, one of your top 3, to stay till the end and stay not out and see the chase off. And I think, I'm extremely happy that the Jemmy has been able to pull this off in a semi-final run chase. I think this is something that people will remember forever.
Yes, the girl raised in the city of dreams. This is a night beyond dreams. And now one step to the ultimate dream. India versus South Africa in the final of the 2025 Women's ODI World Cup.